far so good?
Yeah, I mean, I thought today's practice is one of our better practices of fall camp. You could feel you guys are out here, you could feel the energy in period 24, and our entire defense is on the sideline making noise like game day, creating an environment, right? And it's just cool to see the guys buy in. You know, we showed up yesterday and it hailed on us. An hour after we got here, right, there's hail, there's rain, there's thunderstorms. Kids are out here. My whole cell phone theory failed. These kids can't go without cell phones, right? Because that's how they live. They want to video the storm, and it's like, okay, well, I take that away. So they're out here videoing the storm, having the time of their life. You know, we go to campfires last night, it rains again. We have to cancel them, right? So they're in there playing just weird games in the cafeteria. And that's what this is about. You know, there's two sides. You have to create adversity on the football field and see how you respond. And then you have to create that adversity in life and see the guys just create friendships that when they get on the field and they see the person next to them, they don't want to let them down.
When you first got up here last night, were you looking for the looks on their faces to see what their initial response was as soon as they got here?
Yeah, I just love, I like people. So it's fun to see how people respond to situations. I think, I was talking to a group yesterday, I think that's literally what life is. It's a constant series of responding to situations. It's literally all it is. You wake up every day, and you respond to situations all day, then you go to sleep, and then you respond to situations the next day. So it's just funny to see certain kids' responses to certain situations and the why. Because I'm the one who goes up and asks them, why aren't you smiling today? You did not have a good night's sleep? Welcome to week 13, right? Because that's the reality.
Do you guys do some of the traditional stuff like freshen up doing the fight song?
So everybody on our team has had to stand up because nobody knew the fight song. There was about 6 dudes who knew the fight song when I got here. Everybody on the team has had to learn the fight song, stand up at some point throughout camp, and sing the football fight song. It's not even a fight, it's the football song. I was instructed, this is the football song, it is not the Arizona State fight song. It's the football song that's been sung here and sung by the football team for years and years and years.
There's obviously technology issues up here, but why is the tradition more important than whatever issues you might have with technology up here?
Yeah, and the tradition is important because they see that other people went through this. And like I said to somebody, I forgot who I was interviewed yesterday with, we watched a video from 1988, and I watched half it and I started to turn it off. Because, you know, it's old, and I'm like, you guys get the point, right? People have been coming up here. And the team's like, no, put it back on. They want that. They're still 18 to 22-year-old kids. We get lost in this big business, all this, which conference we're going to play in, what the NIL is, okay? All that's super relevant, all that's important, right? I want our kids to make more money than any team in the country because they deserve it. But that does not take away the fact they're kids. Does not take away the fact that they need these memories. Doesn't take away the fact that these are the brothers they're going to remember for the rest of their life. And even though they're getting paid, they're still not professionals. They're not being set up for life financially. That's what school's going to do. That's what the Brotherhood's going to do. That's what the Valley's going to do when these kids graduate and they don't go pro, right? That's what college football is still about. These kids just get this extra ability, right, to make some money, to live their life at a little higher standard. But the core values of college football have to stay the same, and I'm a firm believer in that.
Any funny things happen yet? Any funny stories?
I mean, somebody caught like a crawdad or something the other day, and it was in a cup showing people to drink. Somebody put a frog, I think, on Cooper's head. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know if it was which Coop, but it was, I don't know. You'd have to ask the players that.
What memories surfaced for you when you got here last night?
I remember sleeping behind the quarterback screen that we watched film on, and then the printer was right there. So all night it was just printers going off and me sleeping behind this screen, and nobody knew I was there, but I never slept because it was printer, lights on, lights off, and I'm just behind this little screen.
Kenny, you've coached a few places now. How unique is this place just in college football?
Oh, it's different. It's special. I've yet to be at a school that has kind of a home away from home, right? And it's definitely a home away from home because nothing's changed here, ever. From the bunks, to the rooms, to the electricity, to the outlets. I mean, this is the same exact dorm room that the video showed in 1988. There is no difference, right? This field's different. You can actually practice here. But other than that, these kids are living like the same way people lived 30 years ago.
So do you sense a change of energy with just a new environment, new atmosphere?
Change is good, right? You know, you try to break up the monotony of camp. That's why we do it right now. I said we strategically made the hardest practices 7 and 8 because that's when the adversity starts. That's when the grind of camps begins. So you don't lay off, you push the pedal. That's not the time to say it's okay, it's time to push. And we saw people start to complain the other day because they felt it, right? Well, that's great. They got to learn from it. Now you got to break it up. You got to change the scenery. You got to try to break it back down to get back to the work matters. And you could feel that today. It was back to clean slate, relaxed minds, the work mattered.
What did it mean to you to see people like Knapp out here, people who have been out here since 1975, to have that support in your first year?
Well, first of all, we wouldn't have a football team without Knapp Lawrence. And you can put that on every single streaming media you want. Knapp Lawrence built our football team because what he did when the first day I got hired. We would not have a team. Point blank, zero. We would not have a football team without Knapp Lawrence. Right, so to see him out here, that dude's as valuable to the program as anybody on the field. I called him the other day and said, come out on the field, do whatever you want. Without you, we don't have a team. Point blank, simple, because that's the new day and age of college football.
So there's no doubt in your mind that the experience is worth the trade-off and convenience that you have.
Oh yeah, this is worth it. I mean, I'm sleeping on a couch. You know, we got Elijah Badger falling out of his bed, right in the middle of the night. Sorry, Badge. Right? So we got Badge falling out of his bed. You got me sleeping on a couch, right? You got BJ waking up all grumpy and then turns into Smiley Guy, right? You get all these different personalities that show up and then they get on the field and it's time to go to work. And now they get to hang out together for the next 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. Pretty cool.
Coach
Yep.
Dillingham, you know, we've been having a lot of controversy going on in the summer. You know, you gave me an answer in spring, but I just want to know, who's your favorite D-lineman?
My favorite D-lineman? I can't answer that. Well, I guess you're right here, BJ Green. Where's Clayton Smith? Bring him over here. I'll tell him the same thing.
Coach gonna get a go Devils.
Go Devils!
But when you were at Florida State, Oregon, Auburn, they never had it.
No, we went away to different places, but they weren't tradition. It wasn't home. It was just to get away and create a brotherhood. But here, you can feel the energy of the past. Like, you saw the video, then you'd stand up here and you'd look out in the field and you're kind of in the middle of nowhere. And I think guys can feel like, whoa, a lot's been happened here. I think they can feel it. There's an aura about it that makes it special, especially because there's only 5 kids on our team that have ever been here. So I think there's a big gap of people that are like, man, what did I miss out on? Like, what did we miss, right? And I think that's the cool part is they're getting to experience this their senior year, their junior year, and they've kind of like dreaded it, but at the same point, they want it. Kids love this stuff. They may act like they hate it, but they love it.
What is TMF doing?
I have no clue, and I refuse to try to even ask. It's some club that our kids are in, and yeah, I just ignore it. You'd have to ask this kid. You'd have to ask JC. I don't know what it means.
You guys good?
All right, thank you.